Is this considered part 2?
Kind of. Switching gears a little bit, but these are all the things you shouldn't do when you find yourself in a place where you feel desperate to lose weight. I've
So how
seen that.
not to panic
How not to panic.
because you failed to plan. So it's part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. First thing that you should absolutely not do if you are like, shoot, I need to lose some weight and I feel terrible about myself is crash diet or slash your calories. If you listen to part 1, you know why calories are so important, why you need them, and why slashing calories won't work because you're essentially putting your body way so far into the negative that now you're storing everything as fat just so you have something to run off of because you're running yourself so far into the red.
Mhm.
But I think that's a lot of people's first inclination. And along with that, I hear all the time, "Well, what do you think about juice fasts?" I think they're dumb. I think they don't work, and I think that
I
they
stopped keeping track of all of the newest and
there's so
coolest
many.
things. What you
It's
kids nowadays and your shit.
it's
Okay, what is
ridiculous.
it? A what now? Tell me what it is.
A juice fast?
Oh, like juicing? Like a
Yeah,
cleanse?
yeah.
Like a colonoscopy for your mouth?
I guess
What
so.
okay, so what are the benefits of it? What do people why are they um why is it so popular?
Because they lose weight fast.
Okay. Minnesota's throwing up your food.
Ugh.
What else? Why? But what is the allure? Why do they do it?
Because they claim it makes you feel good and it gives you energy and keeps you energized and it
So does a
cleans
one
out
night
your
stand until you wake up
intestines.
pissing fire and you're HIV positive. I could do this all day.
I
Like
know.
like like motherfuckers want to sacrifice what they want most for what they want in the moment.
Mhm.
And there's just no easy way or just do the work.
I know. And there's legit no way around it if you wanna do it right. And if 'cause here's the thing, you're gonna go on your juice cleanse, you're gonna slash your calories, you're gonna lose some pounds, you're gonna get sick of it and miserable, and you're gonna go back to how you were before, and it's all gonna come back except more
If it was used as a tool,
for something
I
specific.
guess I would I mean, okay, whatever.
But even
So
so.
it's the same as it's like somebody could say the same shit about basic supplements and protein shakes
Right.
versus eating real meals and multivitamins instead of greens and
Yeah.
like eating your veggies like your mom said too.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a supplement. It's not a replacement. Like
Right.
I think that's something to understand is it's called meal. There's supplements. And there's meal replacements, which are just basically NASA food,
Ugh.
all of the shit powdered up. You know what I mean? So I get it. I guess I understand why we as people always want the ice skate uphill. I get it. Mean, I get it. I totally get it. You just again, if you don't, if you're doing it, I don't know what's worse, not knowing why you do all of the shortcuts or knowing why, doing them, and then getting mad when the shit don't work long term.
Right. I mean, and I was gonna say the same thing. Like anyways, we've talked about that a lot.
What
But
else? What else is there?
um the
Because
other
you're right. You shouldn't. Don't panic.
don't panic. Because then the first thing you wanna do is slash calories or jump on whatever fad that your friend said she lost however many pounds doing. All or nothing mentality will also wreck you. You can't go into it balls to the wall saying, "I'm gonna work out every single day. I'm gonna eat perfect on my macros and my calories every single day, or I fail."
Okay, I'm gonna argue the vernacular.
Okay, go
I
for it.
think all or nothing is absolutely okay.
Okay.
It's life or death.
Yeah.
All or nothing.
Mhm.
Here's the shit. The caveat to that is understanding. Nothing is easy.
Mhm.
That's quitting. That's death. That's fuck it. I don't care. That's nothing.
Right.
Right? That's cheating on your shit. That's easy. You can quantify nothing in your sleep. It's the all part that matters.
Yeah.
Because what you just described was intensity and things like that.
Yeah.
You can go all in and be in control of yourself,
Mhm.
know your self-awareness, understanding the perspective of it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If
Yes, I do.
I'm all in, I know there's gonna be hard times. I'm just not gonna quit. I'm
Right.
all in on this.
So what I mean is you have to understand that when it does get hard, you can't count that as a fail.
Right.
Like if you
Right.
miss a day or something like that, that
Right.
doesn't mean that you
Right.
failed. Like my first workout of the year was January 3rd. It was a Tuesday. It wasn't January 1st. It wasn't a Monday. It wasn't like a because who cares?
Mhm.
If you're doing it, you're doing it. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to like match any certain specific mold, but it you have to do it.
Mhm.
So you can't like expect yourself to be perfect, I guess I should say.
You just need to make sure that you're committed to the cause.
Yes.
What are
All the way
some
through.
other like the desperation things you were
Okay.
talking about?
I saw someone on Facebook the other day say something about, oh, that Fit Pod. It was
A
great.
what?
Fit Pod.
Like a watch or what?
No.
What is it?
It's like this giant machine. It looks like a spaceship. It's like a cocoon. They call it the fitness cocoon or some shit
Like
like
a
that.
cryo thing for
It's
inflammation
like
or
got red lights in it, and it claims that it makes you all like tighter and fitter, and you wear a sauna suit in there.
like red light therapy?
Yes, but
So it's for is it for aesthetics or what is it?
the whole thing was marketed around fitness and looking better. And this thing, you can put like resistance bands in there, and you're like laying in this thing
What?
doing bicep curls with resistance bands. I was like, "What do you do for your legs?" And
Wait,
she's
wait,
like
wait.
moving her legs
It's
in and out.
a chamber or
I was like,
like a sleeping bag?
"Yeah, you want
No,
me to
I don't even. I'm trying to get a yeah, let me see it.
Okay.
A fit pod.
Yes, I was like, "Is this real life?"
Mhm. So it's a uterus. Basically, is what you're saying.
See, the Cocoon Fitness Pod.
4,000, how much is
It's
it?
$17,000 on
Your
Amazon.
mama 7th. What the fuck is
So
that?
you lay in there, that's where your head
Holy
goes.
shit.
There's like I
Okay.
watched a video on it. I was like, "I need to know what this thing is so
You
I
know
know
what
how
that is?
stupid it is."
That's the people, and of course there's look at that CSNBC. Yeah, look at that, all of that. Oh my god.
You know what this reminded me of?
Dumb people.
Did you ever the movie WALL-E? Did
The
you ever see
robot
WALL-E?
movie?
Yeah.
No.
You never saw WALL-E? You should watch
I watched Black Panther.
it.
The fuck out of here.
WALL-E's a good movie, but they're all, like, laying on their little beds, and none of them it's
You
like
know what?
this futuristic thing.
You know what that don't look like Wally. You know what that looks like?
What does it look like?
Fucking Matrix.
Does it?
Yeah, man. Go back to sleep. Take the blue pill.
I never saw that movie.
Anyway, okay, so basically you're gonna spend
Oh,
$17,000
on this
on
Fit Pod.
an external artificial womb, and somehow inside of this oversized bicycle helmet, you're gonna work out laying down. I
Like,
I
it does not get any more just, like, get
I
up and go
just
do it.
what
This is the
okay, so wait, okay, wait, it's $17,000, right? So if you're so people are so what you're saying is people would actually look at that as a, "Oh shit, it's not working. Let me get one of these fit pods." Is that right?
I'm I
Let
mean,
me tell you something. If you're out there listening to this and you're feeling like what you're doing isn't working, what is that?
I don't know.
She's looking up on Amazon Cocoon Fit Pod. They look like scrotums.
No, that's not
What
it.
is that?
It's not it.
When you can't even when you look it up and what comes up as comparable products look like scrotums,
There
there's
it is.
something the matter with you. That looks like the thing you put on your finger when you need at the
It
doctor and you need to
does.
get your, blood
It
pressure or
looks
whatever
just
that
like
is.
that, except it's human
Anyway,
size.
7 oh my shit. Let me tell you
Mhm.
something. Okay, so if you're out there and you're going through your exercise process, your fitness journey, and you're thinking this isn't working and you're in panic mode and da da da, and you're about to drop $17,000, pay me. I'll build you one of these sons of bitches in an afternoon. Pay my ass. Let me tell you something. I will figure it out. I'll go get you some infrared lamps. I'll go get I'll go buy a couple of ferrets and hamsters underneath to like give you some back vibrations to go running around underneath and shit. Uh I mean, I don't even this is like, people buy that shit?
I guess so, some
Wow.
and I saw a gym, like a big box chain gym, they said,
I don't wanna
"This
pay
is"
you $500 for a custom course that'll
yeah,
change my life, but I'll finance 400 for the rest of my life to put my ass back in a womb.
mhm, they said it was available to only their elite members of their
Fuck
gym,
outta
that they could lay in this thing.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
And, I'm sure infrared does have its,
It
health
does,
benefits or
yes,
whatever.
yes, for
But
skin, sure,
yes,
and it's better than Botox,
but
right?
yes, but the
Cool.
fact that they're marketing this as a fitness pod and people are going to this
Fitness, because you can
yes!
fit in this cocoon?
Yeah!
Stupid ass. Get out, stupid fucking get out of here. Come on. Guys,
If it's too
you
good to
know
be true, it's
better.
too good to be
You
true.
know better
You
than this,
exactly.
honestly. Come on. Go take your ass to a snow resort, a toboggan run or whatever. Go get you one of those, the toboggan, right? You know what I'm talking
The
about?
sled?
The little sled
Oh,
things.
like in bobsledding?
Yeah, just go get one, throw it in the garage, and
Put
go
some red
find
lights
you a
in it.
man that will turn that shit thermal and make one, or take a hot shower and pretend.
No.
Because what you're doing now, if you're going to result to an $18,000 purchase to save your shit, you're pretending anyways.
Yeah.
What else do folks? And this is what people have told you that. What do you think about that? Like they're asking with a straight face, is this is an option for desperation, right?
This
Okay,
yeah.
I don't. I'm sorry, that's crazy. You know what? It works wonderfully. Pay me, and I'll show you. On sale now. I'll do it for $12,000, and I'll have it done in a week.
Hamsters and all. You can keep
Yeah,
hamsters.
no, I bet you the plans for it really is they're probably not that difficult to
Right.
put together. You find the right engineer to put it together, and it can happen. I'm a tinkerer to the umpteenth level. I guarantee I can figure that shit out.
Yeah. I mean, the other big things people are always asking about are those crash diet programs that
Mhm,
take you down to we've had several people come to us over the last couple months coming off of a calorie plan that's out there that dips you real low.
mhm.
And they're losing their hair, they're dizzy, they can't walk up and down the stairs. Literally, this is like real life.
Like, if you want to lose weight that bad, but you're willing to make it worse,
And that's the thing. I think a lot of people don't
what do
realize
you
how much worse it gets
what do you
afterwards.
want?
The
What do you
whole
really want?
exactly.
That's the when shit like this happens when you don't know what it is you're really what where you think you know what you want, you definitely don't know what you need,
Mhm.
and that makes knowing how to get there damn near impossible. That
Mhm.
makes falling in love with the end and nothing else as a fantasy. That's a problem. I'm
Mhm.
not saying that, and we talked about this one before. You got to love the journey. No, fuck that. The journey sucks.
Mhm. It's not always fun.
It sucks terribly. It's not nearly as fun as the down part when, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Always the things that taste the best and are the most fun are more than likely going to be the ones that aren't the, the best for you.
Mhm.
It's like one of life's little,
Kicks in the pants.
things, right?
Mhm.
But if you're finding yourself in a position you have a clear thing in mind. Like when I was a musician, I had made a plate. I took Mia to in Naperville, this place that you can make pottery and shit or
Mhm.
whatever. And we made these plates, and I made this plate with a Grammy on it.
Mhm.
And I put on the side best new artist, Chris to see. Da, 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 da. This was when I
Nice.
was really into music big time, right? And that was my goal. I was like, yeah. And all I saw was a Grammy, and all I saw was the audience size. All I saw was, you know, the allure of the thing that really made it like connect for me,
Right.
right? And all I knew was rehearsal time. I knew my vocal practice. I knew the songwriting process. I knew the recording. I knew all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So in my mind, I was like, yeah, all I gotta do is what I'm already doing. I already love it. It's cool. But the process, when I said the process sucks, the part I overlooked in the process was to get that Grammy, to get to that level, a part of that process was leaving Mia.
Mhm.
And I didn't think about that. I needed to do that if I was gonna get to the level where, this is before it was just LimeWire and,
Yeah.
and MySpace back then. You actually had to throw down live. Like I remember being at Universal Republic's audition studio for up and coming artists when I went there to meet the head of A&R, Tom Mackay.
Mhm.
Okay. That was fucking hard, man. Myself, him, my manager, and his assistant in this loungy looking ass room. I'll find a picture of it and show it to you somewhere. I don't know where it is now. Trying to win over this guy who holds the future in my hand, in his
Mhm.
hand, right? And I did well enough where he showed me what was really needed to make it happen
Mhm.
because I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Like I needed to get more shit to actually follow through on it, right?
Right.
Doesn't matter how bad I wanted it or what I was willing. What mattered is what I was willing to do in terms of need to get it done. And
Mhm.
leaving her, I never thought I was gonna. I thought I could do it from home because
Right.
YouTube was actually also just coming out back then.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, all right, bet I got another way around it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you think about it, when I realized what had to happen in order to make that a reality, I wasn't willing to do it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if you're looking at just the goal, and when what happened was I looked at the Grammy and I looked at the crowd and I looked at all of those things that was once so shiny and perfect. They were tarnished now
Mhm.
because there was something else shinier, and it was different. It wasn't there. And it was home,
Mhm.
and I understood it,
Yeah.
and it made me reflect and kind of change my perspective on things. And so it doesn't mean I put it aside because I still did music and I still traveled and I still performed, getting paid for it. Freaking St. Petersburg, Russia, Canada, LA, Seattle, New York, Orlando, Miami. I've been to Texas. I've been to Arizona. I've been to, I don't even remember how many places I've performed and gotten paid to perform
Mhm.
my own music.
Mhm.
I've lived it. I get it. I had to adjust some things because I wasn't willing to do that. You know
Right.
what I mean? I'm okay with that. And so if you see yourself, let's just say if you're 300 pounds and you're looking at a picture of somebody who's your goal of 150, cool. Okay, cool. It's been a year. You lost 50 pounds the right way.
Mhm.
Okay, like you lost the kind of 50 pounds that won't come back.
Mhm.
All right. So now you're down to 250. Right. You still want to get to what I say 125, 150.
150.
So you still got 100 pounds to go, but it's been a year. Oh, ah, it's not working. It's not. I'm gonna go buy $17,000 fucking
Fit pod.
thing to jump into. Okay, you lost 100 pounds. Nobody said you have to be done, but what got you the first 100 pounds won't get you the next.
Mhm.
Did you use a cocoon pod, fit pod shit for the first 100? No. Adjust what you've been doing.
Yep.
You don't abandon it.
Right.
You grow from it.
Yep.
You're introducing something brand new. It makes no sense. What else is there? The crash diet? What was it? There's a popular. What was the name of it?
Octavia.
Octavia. What is the
Mhm.
big thing about that shit?
You do lose weight fast, and they have their own meals that they ship to or whatever, and so that you don't have to cook or whatever. But it's like a stupid low amount of calories, like less than 1,000 calories a day.
Why?
So you can lose weight, and that's the thing. They hold this shiny thing. You'll lose all this weight. You'll lose it fast. Faster
Mhm.
way to fat loss is another one that's similar, but it's like they market it in such a way where it's like, "Yeah, you're gonna lose weight quick." And will you? Sure,
Yeah.
but it's
You'll
gonna
lose your strength.
suck. You lose
Yeah.
everything. And then when you wanna go back to normal, you gotta be real careful about how you go back to normal because now that your body is functioning, in quotes, and 800 calories a day, you can't just go back adding all your normal food because you're gonna blow up quick. Because now it's gonna pile on top. Your metabolism's dead. It's
And I
broken.
wish that we could say, I wish I could say, if you feel like something like that's not working, but you do realize that it's a nutritional thing,
Mhm.
go to your registered dietitian
Oh,
and ask
that
them. But I
it's even
can't
worse.
trust them. I'm sorry, I
No.
can't.
There
And I'm sure there are great ones out there. I'm not trying to generalize.
well, there
Okay.
are tons of people out there too who will prescribe things like appetite suppressants, and they'll do the exact same thing,
Right.
essentially put you on a low calorie
Right.
diet.
And again, we're not. I don't want to bother going down the farmer route. Right.
Mhm.
But nothing will replace the work. Okay. If you're feeling like you're desperate, first of all, if you're desperate, right, and you have a home, you do have food, got the power on, you got a job, right? You're not desperate, you're impatient.
Yep.
Understand the difference. And I understand how I sound in this particular episode. Maybe I sound a little more aggressive. It's just, it's not, I'm the personal training business is hard enough as it is when personal trainers are just fucking stupid. Period. We've done this to ourselves.
Mm.
And I'm sure I'm not saying I'm sure I'm guilty of that in some way. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who'll say, "Don't ever listen to that guy. Does he really seem like somebody who can relate to you?" You bet your ass I will.
Uh-huh.
I'll relate to your ass like we have the same blood, motherfucker. Watch me. And it's only because I have experienced monumental amounts of failure.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only reason why you win. I've seen it. I've held death in my arms. Okay, so yes, listen to what I'm saying and heed that shit so you don't have to go through the bad stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so if you're feeling desperate, then really what you got to do is find a better support system. Because then it's not about the options being wrong that are on the table. It's about the options of whom is it whom or who?
I don't know. That one always
The
gets me.
option, the people who you have in your corner, quote unquote, is what might need the change. You need better people giving you counsel.
Yeah, that's hard to do sometimes.
Ah,
But at the end of the day, like, I mean, we've said this a billion times on a billion different platforms. Exercise and eating right have always worked since the beginning of time. There's no reason to change it. There's no reason to do
and
anything
there are,
different.
there are detoxes. Like
Of course.
we've got a detox that works really well, right? You'll flash drop 8 to 10
Hmm.
in what? 10 to 14 days? Like it's crazy. It's very, very, very strict.
It's not fun.
But it gets you there. And it gets you there in a way that is meant to sustain next step, long term,
Hmm.
next step.
It's
Not
looking ahead,
right.
not just looking at weight
People
loss.
trying to do detoxes as a way of life. Like it's the same. I mean, that's really all that the Octavia is. Or was it? What is it?
Optavia. I don't know if I'm
Isn't that a
pronouncing it right.
salt or
Op,
a
hmm?
artificial sweetener? A
Op,
sugar? What is it?
Opta- no.
Optima? No, that's a car. Optimus Prime? That's the Transformer.
Stevia is a,
Stevia.
but that's like
Nope.
a
Is it?
natural sweetener. It's not like.
Whatever. It sounds like a Spider-Man villain.
It does.
Okay, I mean, really, crash dieting, cutting your calories. You don't listen. If you really think that that's something that's going to work for you, cool. See for yourself. I would urge you to say you might as well save the money on it.
Yeah.
Just don't eat.
I'm
Watch what happens.
I mean, how many people do you know who have tried every single diet out there, every single fad out there? They're still not where they want to be. They wouldn't have to try all of those different things if one of them worked.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they wouldn't be jumping thing to thing
Hmm.
to thing to thing to thing to thing with zero success if none of them
Right,
worked or if any of them worked.
right.
I should just saying. Exercise, eat right.
What else is there that people do? Or
Um,
that you because
oh, expecting to
these are
spot reduce.
these are some things that are some of our clients and people have asked us to talk
Yes.
about. So in
I
case you're wondering,
yeah. I mean, a lot of people come to us saying, "Oh, I want to tone my arms. I want my butt to look better." All those kinds of things. All that stuff is good, but you can't just like train arms only. I mean, your I could do 400 crunches a day. That doesn't mean I'm going to have a six pack in a month, right? Like you have to still be smart about the way you train. You need to be smart about the way that you eat. You need to be consistent because here's the thing. Like my body, for instance, I always gain first in my legs and I always lose last in my legs. Doesn't matter how many squats I do, how many miles I run, it will always be that way.
mhm,
If my nutrition is off, you will see it in my legs first.
mhm.
And when my nutrition is good, my legs are going to be the last to
The-
shine.
again, the spot reduction for fat or
Yeah.
weight. Which one are you talking about? Spot
Um,
or for fat? Like they want a certain part of the body to look good,
right.
right? Okay, so honestly, that makes sense. Again, but you're looking at the picture again
Instead of the
or
big
what it
idea.
takes to get there.
Yes.
Okay? That's like understand this, for if you don't know anything about what she's talking about in terms of sequential progressions
Mhm.
in exercise, gotta do this before this, da, da, da. Let's just say you're starting off, you don't know shit about anything for education, right? But you look at math and you're like, "Yo, I'm trying to fuck some math up. Watch this. I'm gonna be the best mathematician ever. Can't read worth a shit, but you can crunch some numbers, right?"
Mhm.
And somebody said, "Here you go. Here's this book for $17,000 to teach you how to be the best mathematician, guaranteed, guaranteed."
You want that
Right?
book.
Let's just say Jesus himself and say, "I'm back. I got something for you, homie. Here you go. Count this ass, boy." Ha! Right? He gives you this book full of math, just guaranteed from Yeshua himself.
To be the best
Wait,
mathematician ever.
exactly, because you want math, so he gonna
Mhm.
give it to you. Here's the problem. It's a book. What's in a book? Shit you gotta read, but you don't know how to fucking read. How are you supposed to be good at math if you can't read? Gotta learn
Yeah.
how to read. Gotta learn how to read.
You're right, it's the
That was a
same thing.
good
That was a
one.
great
Son of a
analogy.
bitch.
You're now,
Shit.
I like it.
I'm an analogist.
Yeah,
Mm,
you are an analogist. Is that a word?
I don't
We
know.
just made it up.
Whatever.
You
Anyway,
gotta know the how or the why
yeah,
to get to the
yes.
place.
What is it? You want that thing? Cool.
You need to
You
know how
want
to
it?
get it.
Where do I get it? How much will it be? When will I get it? What will be required of me to get it? Is there another way? Is there a shortcut? Who has it worked for in the past? Who can I okay, this is research, this is basic R&D, man. You're going after something that makes sense to you, cool. Reverse engineer it from there.
Mhm.
And again, then you'll decide like, "I bet, if I'm going all in on it, going all in on it, fine. I'm gonna commit." If every thought is already going towards it, then it should be no problem. All you gotta do is directionalize like what you're trying to comprehend. Really, what kind of information are you putting in your head
Mm,
to
yeah.
process?
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. That's a big one.
Like if you're trying to if you're somebody, I'm trying to get married, I want to have a husband or a wife, and you're over here just loving the idea of the white picket fence and a dog named Rover, whatever, and you're really all about it, but all you do is watch Pornhub. Like, bro, you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Shit ain't gonna work. You want to look lean, you got 400 pounds to lose, and you want to jump inside of a pod. I, I
Like you
and,
have
and by the way, if you hear that shit about only for our elite clients and da da da, da, that's what the business calls scarcity, right? They make it seem like it's something that there's either not many spots. We do it for our challengers all the time.
Mhm.
Only 5 spots left. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's the truth. I mean, when we get, I mean, there's only so many people we can fit or only while supplies last, only for our elite.
Mhm.
Like it makes you want to jump on it, right?
Yep.
So if you're teetering between dipping or jumping on, this was the this that kind of verbiage kind of pushes you towards getting it in,
Right.
playing towards your lack of emotional intelligence. So I don't know. I don't take a step back. If
And
you
and
just take
bottom line, you like we said, like, if what you're doing is gonna lead you to where you wanna go. You know if what you're doing is gonna work long term. You
hmm
know that
hmm
already.
hmm
So think about what it is you want in the long term and
but
what
that's
that
half the
means for you.
battle.
That is. It is. I mean
Again,
it.
what are the shortcuts,
Yep.
and then what will make why if it was so easy, everybody would do it. I mean, there's a reason why that saying's
Mhm.
out there.
Yeah. 'Cause it's true.
All you need to know is what's been done in the past, and nobody asking you to reinvent the wheel. Just repave the road.
Do the work.